All right, since we've chosen a skinny tire chopper, we've built quite a few of those throughout time, but we don't really have any narrow rear tire bikes at the shop at the moment. But we did think that we would showcase a good friend of our, Jimbo's bike. This has a 160 on the rear with our Sled Invader dually that's 5.5-inch wide. So in the realm of wide tire bikes, that is pretty narrow. But just to throw out one of the choppers that we've built, we built this 2 years ago for Jimbo. Really cool bike, very comfortable to ride. You know, choppers are usually up in the front a lot more. This one's raised 10 inches, which when you say raised, that means the stock neck is usually in this area. So up is this way and out is obviously that way. So this bike is up 10 and out 4. And the rake on it is the neck on the tree, and this one's 40 degrees. So yeah, this is up 10, out 4, and 40-degree rake. You know, I like it when you build a chopper and you got a nice stance, kind of arms extended. This one has mid controls. Mid controls are kind of fun because they still make the bike kind of sporty. Your center of gravity and, you know, just your legs and all your weights in line, so you can really throw a bike around. You put forward controls on it, you kind of move your feet up here, which changes the riding style a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's still pretty comfortable, depending on your seat and how stretched out you can be. Sometimes forward controls can be a little bit of a job, depending on the angle of your seat. You know, some guys build bikes to where you slide off the seat. I like to have enough curvature in them to where it kind of holds you into the bike. You know, you're not, when you gas on it, you're not holding on and trying to keep yourself on the bike. You can really just hammer on it and you're in the bike, throwing it around. But yeah, this bike was a lot of fun. Jimbo brought me a 2003 Anniversary Sportster and said, Pat, I want you to build what you think Anniversary chopper would look like. So I was like, that's a pretty fun idea. So, you know, we did this up and out. I took the original gas tank and narrowed it, and my boy Darren out at Liquid Illusion, I built these indents or inlays in the gas tank, and that's the original badges inlaid into the gas tank and epoxied and cleared over. It's all smooth into there. And when he did the paint job, he kind of stuck with the tape that goes around the outside of a stock tank, but this is not tape. This is all hand done and stenciled by Darren. But so if you look at it, it's got little lead sleds in it. It's got some really cool like ghost flames and silver metal flake and stuff in it. So we did a great job there. You know, to top it off, I did some of our Trucker Girl grips. These are all polished stainless with silicone bronze ball mills. We ball mill the dots in them, and then I just put a dab of silicone bronze in there. Silicone bronze is like a more of a gold type color weld, so it just gives a little bit of flavor. It's more of a soft weld, so you don't want to really structurally weld with it, but it would be really good for like gas tanks and stuff like that, because it's, I don't want to say it's a solder by any means, but it's a softer, nice weld that gets in there. And you got to be careful with the heat. If you get it too hot, it'll turn silver like everything else, so it's kind of fun to play with. If you ever want to dabble in that, you know, structure, weld, whatever you're doing first, and then you can play around and go around that weld too, so it'll have that silicone bronze look, but it'll still be structurally safe. So this bike's got the mid-glide Springer on it. So I think on the next one we're going to be choosing Springers, so just so you can see an example of a mid-glide Springer. But I got to thinking, since you guys chose, we used Mike's bike from Chop Machine's chopper for this option, you know, for the picture on the internet, I thought we should just use one of Mike's frames that we produced for him. You know, Mike a long time ago came up to me and said, Pat, I want you to build me a chopper frame, and here's the specs I would like it to be at. So we produce all Mike's frames for Chop Machine, and he since came up with a cruiser frame, but he's gonna be in town Saturday. So I think what would be cool is, let's catch him here Saturday while he's in town for a minute. I'll get a quick interview with him, talk about his company. You guys can learn a little bit more about what Mike does. And it's really cool, you know, we get to work with a lot of people in this industry and help them work and machine and build and produce a lot of their product that they come up with. So that's a lot of fun. So we'll talk to Mike, get an interview with him, and get this up on here, and you guys can learn a little bit more about him. But super excited to move forward to this here probably next week, maybe Tuesday. I think we're going to vote on the front ends. So just keep on the internet, and once again, to win this bike, not this bike, but to win the bike we're going to build, you just got to subscribe on YouTube and like and share our videos. And what's really cool is there's a lot of people jumping on board right now, some companies that I'll be announcing soon. So instead of just this bike, there's already people getting involved with this, to where there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that's going to come along with this bike. But I kind of want to wait till we're getting into this project a little bit more in depth. Maybe we have a roller and stuff like that, and I'll start letting you guys know who's on board and some of the exciting other prizes and gifts that some of these people are jumping on board. Companies, people are jumping on board and want to give whoever wins this motorcycle. So stay tuned. We'll talk to Mike Saturday, and excited to get started on this project.